taking care of someone's home, I want to make sure that the life I bring into it thrives so that those that dwell in them can thrive as well. Making sure that every single plant has its spot in the light is what makes a home feel great. And what made me feel special or made me happy was seeing their struggling plant, Patty, now thriving.
Oh, wow. Welcome back. It's our third annual spring refresh. With spring, that means that flowers are blooming, the leaves are turning green. It's a beautiful time of the year, and our next guest is going to show us how to make our plants at our home look as striking as we'd like. Hilton Carter is a plant and interior designer with not one, not two, but 5 best-selling books on how to style and care for plants in your home. So he joined us virtually back in season 2, and since then, life has been really green and good. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Hilton Carter, and I am a plant and interior stylist here in the lush city of Baltimore, Maryland. So I was on Tamron Hall show, I think season 2 back in 2020, and my experience was great. I realized that so many others out there need help with plants. Since my last appearance on the show, I've written 2 new bestsellers, Living Wild and also The Propagation Handbook. I did a special for Magnolia Network and HBO called Planteria with Hilton Carter. I also have a special on PBS right now called Plantspiration with Hilton Carter. I've launched a podcast called Inside Hilton's Head. Helping others transform their space is the best feeling ever. I believe that idea of blurring that line of inside, outside allows all of us to feel a bit connected to nature and feel that bit of inner peace that we all seek. Like I always say in my books, nurture what nurtures you, and to provide plants to others after what I've been provided by being surrounded by plants, I think is just amazing.
Wow, please welcome in studio, Hilton Carter.
Thank you for having me.
I love it. Okay, first of all,
Yes.
life is so good.
Life has
And
been
I'm
great.
so happy because you're a good person.
Oh, thank you.
This is your first time seeing in person.
Yes, first time to be right here next to you.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is right,
Right.
you know?
I can't stop staring at you.
Well,
Because, I mean, your energy, I know, right? My husband's like, what are you doing? No, because your energy is so warm and wonderful, and you really attribute that to being around plants.
yes, I think surrounding yourself around nature, and we all crave
Right.
that. I think when you're in it, you feel more energetic, you feel more calm, relaxed. For me, it is trying to shake off all the craziness, the chaos
Right.
of the outdoor world.
Uh-huh.
And when I come into my house, I can control that and I can make it nice and perfect for myself. And I think plants provide us with such great energy that why not bring more?
I love that. Okay, so your journey, though, started with a plant named Frank.
It did.
Frank. When you were
It
in
did.
New Orleans.
I was living in New Orleans. I decided I would start bringing plants in. I went to this plant shop there. Shout out to Harold's in New Orleans. And I decided I would go with the plant that none of my friends had, which was a tree.
Yeah.
It was this fiddly fig. I saw it. I said, hey, buddy, you coming home with me? Got it home. It started to freak out. I started to freak out. I decided I would learn what it was because I didn't know what it was when I got it. I was like, oh, it's a tree. I found out it was a fiddly fig, then started to do the work. It's the whole idea of, I know a lot of people say, I'm just not good at plants. I just can't take care of them. I think the thing is, people just don't do enough of the research, the work.
That it takes to make them
Exactly.
flourish. Okay,
exactly.
so you've done the work. You've got your best-selling author. You've got the podcast.
Yep.
When I last saw you, had 200 plants in your house, in your apartment.
Yes. Plant lovers in here, huh?
200. Did you stop counting, or have you kept it going?
I've stopped counting because I've had 2 kids since having all those plants. You know, once you have a lot of plants, then you can take the next step and have kids. So a lot of those plants in my home were cacti, and it's important when you have kids to make sure everyone's safe.
So you've adjusted the kinds of plants in the house.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Well, that's what happens when you have kids. You adjust the environment.
Of course, you have to.
If you want both to grow and thrive.
Of course.
Okay, so you've said that the best way to lift us up this time of the year is planting, but you do wall planting.
I do a lot of different types of planting, but I think, also speaking about kids, if you want to make sure that you can have as many plants as possible, I have a wife who's not that big into plants. I like to fill a space with plants, and you have people in your lives who think you have too many. Someone might say, there's too many plants in here. I told my wife, look, there might be too many plants on the floor, but what about the walls?
Right.
What about the vertical space? So
you're going to show us how to do
vertical
this.
space, we're talking about mounting plants on walls.
Okay.
So this is a mounted plant. So we have two different types of plants here. We have a Hoya. We also have a fern. This is a crispy wave fern.
Yeah.
And we're going to decide to mount one of these to the board.
Okay, I think this one because it looks like what I'm wearing.
Hey now. I like orchids?
Well,
yeah, look
I've
at
got
you.
orchids, and this like looks lush like my dress.
I see you shining.
You see me shine.
I'm gonna go with the fern as well.
Okay.
So the process, obviously you're gonna grab a piece of wood. I like to use reclaimed wood, but I believe someone here in the production team found this wood, which is great. Repurpose, reuse. Earth Month's next month,
Okay.
so that's how we're gonna do it. The first thing you wanna do is always make sure you have a picture hanger in the back.
Okay.
We don't need one because we more than likely won't hang this.
All right, so but
here.
at home you'd put a
At
picture hanger in the
home,
back.
put your picture hanger in the back.
Okay.
Then you're gonna nail in a nice little nail in there. But what you would do is this circle here dictates the size of the pot.
Okay, so we put our pot on, we trace that.
Yeah, circle it, make sure it's going to fit perfectly.
And then we do an outline with the nail, small nail.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. And the nails are there so that when we place the plant in the center here, there's something for us to tie and hold the plant
Okay,
to.
we're gonna get to that. So we have the moss here.
Yes, sphagnum moss. The moss here will replace all of the soil, and that is going to be wrapped around the roots.
Do you have a moss of choice?
Sphagnum moss is a good moss to use. This is the one, and you want to get it very moist.
Right, that's what this is.
Not soaking wet. So I would say the first thing we're gonna do is grab a little bit of it.
Right.
You got some?
I got
And we're
one.
gonna place it in the center.
I've
that
never
little
done
hole
this
here.
before, so this will be fun.
Perfect.
How much do I use?
Just a little bit. Just grab a nice little
Okay,
handful.
well, I went overboard as
That's a
usual.
lot,
Okay.
but all right.
All
You
right.
know. Then we're gonna do it. I love that you're not wearing gloves right now.
Well, I want to be cute.
Hey, these are some cute gloves. Getting your hands dirty. I love it.
Okay.
So then you're gonna take your pot,
Got my
right? Your
pot.
plant. And what you do is anytime you're repotting the plant, you always want to massage the pot, loosen up those roots.
I
that
love a good
soil there.
massage.
You know what I mean? The plant's gonna love
Right,
it too.
okay.
And then gently try to caress all the foliage.
This language here, massaging and caressing. I didn't know plant was so sexy.
We're both married, but we can go with it, okay? You got this? So you're gonna pull it out, slowly pull it out, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna break away, loosen up the soil
Loosen up the soil. And why are we doing this?
Because we wanna expose a little bit of the roots, and we also wanna make sure that what we're gonna end up doing is we're gonna surround this root system with the moss.
Okay, so we're gonna keep massaging the root system.
That's
When we
what
come
we're gonna
back, we're going to finish with Hilton, and he's going to tell us the biggest mistake people make when caring for plants, and we're gonna mount this one. We'll be right back. Okay. Tune in every Tuesday to get exclusive deals on the things I'm obsessed with. The Tam Fam never pays full price. Go to shoptamfam.com now.